For you, with all your exposure to all the different cultures and countries,
Yeah.
how do you perceive Singapore?
You have no idea how inefficient most of the country in the world. Like
Yeah.
how long it takes for immigration, getting into the airport, getting out of the airport, how inefficient getting into the traffic jam to get to the airport or just go around in general. So rare to see traffic jam in Singapore, and you can get to Changi Airport 5 minutes. Like, it's true, it's so fast. So it's just the efficiency of living. Like, time is money. So whatever costs me too much time, I don't want to do it. I don't want to live in a country that just I have to spend my time to do a lot of things.
In Singapore, people recognize you on the street, I guess, because of your channel.
I would say yes, like probably once a week. I
Yeah.
have some audience calling me out on the street, because my first YouTube channel is more about like Singapore living and lifestyle and that sort of thing. So I think more Singaporean recognize. I'm sure you got recognized many times.
Yeah, like every
You?
day.
Every day, like, yeah, you're more famous too. Yeah, I would say I don't go out that frequently. So, but whenever I go out, I would say once a week.
Yeah.
Like some people would come up to me and say like, they've gone through depression, and because of my video, help them to overcome a lot of their difficulty. Because
Yeah.
I used to do a lot of like minimalism and life coaching and self-improvement, self-help kind of video. So that was my focus for a long time. But recently I do a lot more like lifestyle and Singapore living. But I still have a lot of audience in that category. So they love me talking about the life philosophy, a little bit deeper stuff, purpose of life and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So
That's kind of big thing for you, like big goal from the beginning that you wanted to visit all the countries in the world?
well, I started traveling like a decade ago. But at that time, I was more like casually travel. The more you travel, the more you realize, the more you don't know. So there are a lot of things you want to learn more. There are a lot more curiosity about the world and its people. So that's why I just gradually travel more and more. Once you get to the point that you already travel 100 countries, then you just want to finish the rest.
I see, yeah.
Yeah, especially when you are part of, like when I joined part of this extreme travelers community, and there are a lot more, not really collaboration, but there are a lot of support because there are a lot of countries it's so hard to get into, so hard to get a visa. Like for example, my Venezuela took me 1.5 years to get it. Libya took me half a year to get my visa. So all of these things just takes a long time. You need help. Like, if I go to another country to get my visa, like who do I go to, which embassy do I go to? And there's also so many embassy. Like when I got my Afghanistan visa, there's no Afghanistan embassy in Singapore. So I need to travel to a different country to get my visa. Like how is the process like? So there are a lot of support in the community.
Do you feel safe when you travel?
I feel safe. Do you still feel safe in the U.S.? I mean, it's the same feeling when you walk around on the street in U.S. or in New York, in San Francisco. There are a lot of homeless people with this. It's the same way.
Yeah.
Do you feel safe there? I mean, it's the same feeling.
So you immune if you spend some time in New York or in the South? You're kind of immune to
I
Afghanistan.
went to school in Harlem. So
Oh,
it's
wow.
like the Harlem
Yeah.
and expanding Harlem area, which is less safe part in New York in general. So people say like, if you survive in New York, you can survive anywhere. That's what they say.
Yeah. Which country was the biggest revelation for you? Something like that really was shocking for you?
Probably Syria, because on the news, on propaganda, media, you always heard about how dangerous Syria is and how much terrorism and all of that.
Yeah.
When you go in, people are so friendly and so happy seeing you. Because especially for Gen Z or even the generation after Gen Z, the past more than 10 years, it's always only terrorism. So they close the border for tourism. All the kids never see a foreigner. So for them, seeing a foreigner, it just so happy, like so excited. They welcome you. They want to take picture with you. They want to talk to you, even though they don't speak any English.
Yeah.
So I think Syria is such a different country from what the media and propaganda.
That's an interesting example. That there is a propaganda side of you, and then
Yeah.
there is a reality kind of.
Yeah, of course. I remember the time when I was on boarding a plane to Madagascar.
Yeah.
And at that time, all the news saying that, oh, there's a plague there. It's the virus and disease are all over, and it's so bad. So I try not to read the news that much, unless it's like a war, really outbreak of a war. Then yeah, I would back out. But
Yeah.
I read a lot of like a plague and all of that, and I was on boarding, and people say, "Oh, you sure you really want to go to Madagascar? Because it's a plague going on, it's outbreak. You're going to get all the disease and coming back."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, I didn't read the news, you know." So I was like, "Okay, I might as well just on board because I already boarding the plane literally." So I went there, nothing happened. It's just so peaceful. And I asked the local, like, oh, why the media say there is a plague in Madagascar? Oh, they say like, oh, they're the government is trying to get some funding from, you know, UN,
Yeah.
World Bank, and whatever. So
Yeah.
sometimes just some propaganda going
Yeah.
on. After that, I just feel like, yeah, it doesn't matter how dangerous the news say about the country. It's not necessarily true. I better experience myself, and because I only believe in my eyes.
How do you experience the countries? When you go to some new place, what do you do? What's your approach?
First, I'm very open-minded person. I want to keep no expectation on the country, so that's how you learn the most, and that's how you get the most out of it. So for me, I get there. I never done any research. The only research that I do when I travel is, yeah, I buy the flight ticket, but sometimes I don't even buy the hotel until I get there. Then I just like kind of figure things out. Then I pick up a map and say, okay, this is how I walk, and use the most traditional way of walking around. I think doing on foot is the best way to explore. I don't do a lot of attraction sites because I like to go more into the local culture. I will go into neighborhoods and go around, talk to people, do some vlogging, just hanging out with the locals, go into their residential house sometimes. And sometimes I do hitchhiking. So I've done hitchhiking a few times.
And you try to meet like locals and talk to them, interact with locals, right? To get this feeling how they live in the country.
Yeah, and that's why I don't travel with other people. Because if I travel with a friend, I would just keep talking to my friend. That doesn't give me the time to talk to the local. So that's why I'm a solo traveler, a solo female traveler, and that, like to talk with the local. Can be waiter, waitress, can be local driver when I take taxi. So basically anyone.
Yeah. Do you,
Even cleaner on the street, I talk to them.
yeah. Do you ever travel with someone, with a friend?
I did. Like I would say probably 90% by myself, 10% with friends. But these days, more by myself.